Hello, this is J9LP, and this I really don't want to do. I really don't want to do this, but this latest development has kind of forced my hand quite a bit. Yes, force. That's a word that seems to be chucked about quite a bit when it comes to changes to Google in general and YouTube in particular. You know, a nice easy word to justify rage, revolt and retribution among the YT community, usually accompanied by a ton of vloggy rants that pretty much say, God fucking damn it YouTube! Damn it Google! Damn it all! You know what? Fuck you, I'm leaving! Thanks for watching, like, comment, subscribe, and peace out, morphos. Or words to that effect. By now we all know, well, most of us who've been on YouTube for a good amount of time anyway, the pattern leading up to this and what usually happens afterwards. YouTube announces a change. This usually comes in the form of a pop-up or a tooltip that shows up when you use one of their features, like for instance, say, adding a comment to a video you just watched. Usually they have this nice friendly message along the lines of, hey people, we're going to insert feature change here soon, with a clickable learn more link to the info page to tell you what it's all about. And sometimes you even get a couple of buttons giving you the chance to get this new feature or design change straight away, or opt out of it completely. Oh, sorry, correction. Quote opt out, unquote of it completely. Yeah, so, you know, we've had stuff like that with the now annual channel and the homepage design changes. And I, like many of you, had to deal with something like this myself when posting comments on videos. You click the field to type in your comments, you start typing it, and Nico, you want to go to Google Plus, or you just want to be boring and keep it in YouTube, eh? And I usually go for the latter, because in all honesty, YouTube is YouTube, and if I want to share things with my friends and family and potential clients, I can do so by right-clicking this little thing here. You can tell me what it's... Okay, it's an address bar. I'm not going to... It's an address bar. So the one thing that's been there on all web browsers since their inception, that holds the universal resource locator, or the URL, or the web address as you want to call it, which has been the standard way of linking online web pages and files that's still being used today. I can click on the address bar, usually that highlights the entire text, and I can use copy and paste to transfer and share the files or the page on places like Facebook, Twitter, Blogspot, LinkedIn, and of course any text messages and emails that I send to people. Of course, when there's too much of this text, usually sometimes you get a long string of text with a whole bunch of parameters and variables and whatnot. There are URL shorteners for that sort of thing, like bit.ly and tinyurl to help me with that. All of that's besides the point, because there are loads of people who don't want to be faffing about all this loads of old school stuff, and for them we have things like these sharing strips, you know, roll social site icons on the bottoms that you just simply click to share the link in Facebook, Blogger, Twitter, Tumblr, Tinker, Tailor, Soldiers. You get the point. YouTube has them too. Why wouldn't they? They even have the short URL feature themselves, so you can ignore all this address bar load of nonsense. So with this, we can share our videos, channels and playlists on other social websites, including Google+. Great, fantastic. All we need, I think. In fact, I was personally planning on not ever having to touch that little +U on the far left of the Google link strip. Why would I? I've got a Facebook page already. Well, not one related to this channel, but a personal one anyway. I've got a live account. Well, it was Hotmail before all this live and Outlook load of nonsense. And I have a LinkedIn account for work. So do I really need another social website, especially one so convoluted and finicky to configure as Google+? Don't answer that as a rhetorical question. Guess who does think I should though? So every time I want to comment on the video, I get this pop-up and it feels like I'm having to jump through hoops to try and circumvent the process of being lumbered with this Google Plus account. And eventually I just capitulated and set up a rudimentary one just because I was sick of going through the motions every time. I just wanted to simply comment on a video. And then ever since then, things have just been weird, to say the least. You know, I've had to go to the video manager to access my inbox since the link to the inbox in the drop down from my YouTube account link's gone. I've tried to reply to a comment from a fellow YouTuber about something that they didn't seem to get from the original comment I first put in, and I've had to do that twice, and both times it didn't show up as a reply, so I don't even know if they've read it or not. You know, I wasn't going to labour the point by posting private message or channel comments or anything, because it wasn't even imperative that they know, to be honest. Still, it was just a bit frustrating I wasn't able to actually get an actual reply in there. And then we get this new channel comment functionality that has this top comments option which it defaults to, and I still don't know how it even works or why it's even there. And if anyone does have any idea, please let me know. So now we have this revamped video comments that looks and feels a bit like Facebook. Nope, scratch that. It looks and feels a lot like Facebook. I'm not complaining about that, to be honest, because this isn't what this video is about. This, however, is pretty much where the proverbial camel's back gives in. You know, I care more about the actual content of a reply to a comment than I care about whether someone's +1'd it or whether asinine new media term they were using to describe it. I like the idea of reading it privately in a nice threaded section rather than have to click a whole bunch of links and sift through a whole bunch of notifications to find it. Also, I spent the last 3 weeks learning to drive Google Plus through another account I own, trying to make it halfway presentable and easy to navigate, and it's just been an exercise in frustration. I had this YouTube created Plus profile that I can't link to my main Google profile because it's created a separate page when I tried to link it before, and I can only access it through the drop down, but that's not going to help other people discover it from my main profile. The front page is a nightmare to manage. The photos page is actually quite nice. It's got a nice front end to it, but I can't even use that to show other people. I have to link them to the albums page that I can barely modify without affecting the profile pics, and it's just generally a mess. It really, really is. Oh god, this has just turned into one giant rant, hasn't it? I really didn't want to go down this road. I just don't like ranting, but here we are. And besides, we all know what's going to happen at the end, right? We've witnessed this with each channel design update and functionality change on this site. We get the pop-ups and the tooltips out of the blue. We show our disbelief and displeasure through ranty videos and forum posts, and even that little feedback button at the bottom of the page. Who actually uses this? I know I do. And YouTube and Google or whatever, you know, I'm sure that sees all this, and then they do the "oh, we're sorry you feel this way" line, and then they go ahead and do the updates anyway. And then you get the bugs that annoy, you get the cries of anger rising even higher, and the onslaught of righteous indignation for about a week, and then piff! Grudging acceptance. Life on YouTube goes on. Now, I hate to be a fatalist here, but this is just an infallible pattern. Change is inevitable. The only constant in life is change. The more things change, you get the picture, I'm sure. Anyway, in all complete total honesty, I just did this to get this frustrations off my chest. You know, I'm not doing it to demand the call to arms of smite the evil Google oppressors, because, you know, they've owned YouTube, they bought YouTube in 2006 and they've owned it since then, and they can do with it whatever the hell they want within the legal requirements, I hope. If you want to discuss changes, and I mean discuss, not rant or rave like I just did, they've got plenty of channels to allow you to do so. So go with that. I also didn't make this video just to suggest you go elsewhere. There are plenty of other places to go to. You've got Twitch TV for games, and you've got Vimeo for creative works, and that's just two I know. There are quite a few others, but they're not the biggest video sharing site on the interwebs right now. They're not YouTube. They don't offer the same flexibility of publishing and promoting your videos as YouTube does, and I can't really talk about that because I know I barely use that anyway. But I'm tempted to say there's hope. I'm tempted to say it's a bit like the whole Xbox One thing with Microsoft and releasing all this DRM stuff and connect-only functionality when they revealed it, and after the anger of gamers came down upon them, they somewhat capitulated and removed half of the stuff. I'm tempted to compare it to that, especially when Google kind of announced these things, but nowadays it almost seems that we get them anyway and you can't really do that much about it except ranting and raving and complaining and stuff. It's just been kind of forced on us, and that is kind of the real frustration. We get the messages and we get the opt-out things, but in the end of the day it doesn't matter because we end up getting them anyway, and we try and find all these workarounds, and eventually they don't work anymore and we're just stuck with what we got. We got the choice to either carry on with YouTube, or we got the chance to leave and find elsewhere. But again, that's pretty difficult because you've built up your viewer base and then you're telling them all to leave and go somewhere else that they may not know or even like. I can't talk much myself, as you know, because I barely have a viewer base, but I kind of share the frustration because I have another channel that has this, and recently I wanted to update that channel and actually get rid of a few videos, and I kind of warned them about that and sort of asked for suggestions as to what to actually do. However, I've been recommending them not to use comments or that, or to try and PM me because of this latest change. So there it is. That's all I've got to say about that, really. Sorry for wasting you guys' time expecting some big kind of revelation from me, but no, it was just to get all off my chest. The only thing left to say at this point is thanks for watching if you managed to get through all of that, and keep on playing, folks. Bye! Oh yeah, like, comment, subscribe, rate. Do what your chopping well want to.
これが風来剣の力で